Hey, welcome back. This is Lars, and today I would like to show you how to edit your photos in Davinci Resolve. So let's dive into it. Alright, here I have a picture that was shot on a Sony a6400 and I shot in RAW. And when you try to import this RAW footage into your Davinci Resolve, I see if I try to drag and drop, it doesn't work. And that is because Davinci Resolve does not take the raw picture format. You have to convert it first to a DNG file. You might use another camera, use another raw format, and you might have the same problem. But if you use a DNG converter, which is absolutely free, you can download it from Adobe. Just go to Google and type in DNG converter Adobe. You will find a little nice program, which is this one, and there you can just set the folder where your images are located. Here you set the folder where you want to copy your converted photos to, and or the DNG files. Sorry, and then you just click convert. I did that. No, I didn't do it yet. So it's done. And now when we look here, we have a second file, and this one is in the file format DNG. And this DNG file we can actually drag and drop into our media storage. Okay, so now we can drag and drop this file into our project. And one more thing you have to adjust, or you don't really have to, but it's maybe nice because my camera settings are set to photos in sRGB color space. So I'm gonna do the same. So if you go to the little cogwheel here in Davinci Resolve to the tab color management, and there you can choose Davinci YRGB color management. And if you do that, you have the option to choose the color space for your input, the timeline, and output color space. So if we set all of those to sRGB, we fit the color space of Davinci Resolve better to the color space that the picture was actually taken in the camera. And now we can just drag and drop the photo into the timeline, and that's the one thing that's very different to working with photos in Lightroom or Photoshop or something like that. Your photo will be treated as if it was video, so we can drag and drop it in here, and we just reduce its length to one frame, and then we can work with it just as if it was a photo. So in the color page, we can start grading this photo. By the way, meet Baloo, that's my dog. He's a really nice dog. But okay, so in this image, you can see that it's kind of bleached. It's washed out. So I would like to bring the dark colors down, and the high colors are actually quite good. But so the dark, I can pull down with the lift wheel here a little bit. Then I can bring up the bright parts a little bit, and already you see that the picture looks way better. When I toggle off and on again, it looks way better. We can still play a little bit with the midtones to a point where it looks nice. So I like this. Another thing I would like to do is make his eyes pop a little bit more. So I'm gonna insert a second node by clicking Alt S. It's S for serial node, so Alt S, and there's another node, and now we can use something like a power window and put that above the eyes. Zooming in, by the way, is with the mouse wheel. You just drag, move the mouse wheel, and when you click on the middle mouse wheel button, you can pan around in the image. So now we've got his eyes. And this power window you can copy, and now we can create a second power window by clicking here plus circle like this. And now we paste the same settings of this, the first power window, onto this by clicking here paste window. And now we have two power windows, one for each eye separately like this. And now we can adjust, for example, the saturation of his eyes. If I pull it all the way up and maybe also add a little yellow, so now we have it way exaggerated like this. And let's pull the key output of this node a little down until we like it. So here's nothing. I think that's already quite nice. So we can toggle this one off and on by pressing Control D on the keyboard. That's maybe already a little much for my taste, so I pull the key output a little bit down. That's quite nice. All right. And maybe you would like to make use of all the LUTs that you might have available. Let's have a look. Maybe there's let's take a LUT that's already that comes with Davinci Resolve. So we can go to Film Looks, and for example, this Kodak one is nice. So we create a new node and drag and drop one of those LUTs on there, and you see it's way too aggressive, and we can do the same here. Just reduce the key output. So here's no effect, here's a little effect, and let's have a look what that makes. This is without, this is with the LUT. Maybe we find a LUT that's maybe a little nicer for this one. I like this one. This has like a little bit of a green shimmer here. Like this. And I pull it down a bit more, and I would like to just make the mids a little bit brighter. So I like this LUT because it makes his head stand a bit, pop out a bit more, and it puts the background into the back because it's making it brighter, and it's less detailed information there. And there you have it. This is how you are able to work in Davinci Resolve using your photos, and then you can start discovering all the functions that you have available in Davinci Resolve. And for me, I'm not a photographer, so for me this is more than enough, more than I ever would need to work on my photos and make them worth looking at. All right, that's it. Bye bye.